Every evening at exactly 6:40 p.m., when the sun dipped low and painted the sky in shades of amber and regret, an old man arrived at the same bus stop on Maple Avenue. He wore a simple gray coat. No bodyguards. No chauffeur. People who passed by had no idea that the man sitting quietly on that cold metal bench was Edward Harrington, one of the richest men in America. His name crowned hospitals, museums, and universities. His face had once graced magazine covers. But here, at this forgotten bus stop, Edward Harrington was just a man who was still waiting. Not for a bus, for a promise. 53 years earlier, Maple Avenue looked different. The bus stop bench was newer, the paint brighter, and Edward was not old. Back then he was Eddie, 24, broke, ambitious, hopelessly in love. He and Clara Bennett had met at that very bus stop. She was a nursing student with kind eyes and a laugh that softened even the hardest days. He was a construction worker with oil-stained hands and dreams far bigger than his bank account. Every evening they waited for the same bus. And every evening they talked about the future. "One day," Eddie said once, holding her hands tightly, "I'll build a life so strong that nothing can shake it." Clara smiled. "Just promise me one thing." "What?" "If life ever pulls us apart, if we lose each other somehow, come here. Every evening at 6:40. I'll do the same." Eddie laughed. "That's silly." She looked serious. "Promise me." And he did. The day Eddie's life changed or ever didn't begin with tragedy. It began with opportunity. An investor noticed Eddie's work ethic. A business deal followed. Then another. Eddie's world expanded faster than he could control. Long hours replaced simple evenings. Phone calls replaced conversations. Clara tried to understand. "I know you're building something," she said one night at the bus stop. "Just don't forget me while you do." "I won't," Eddie replied. "Just give me time." But time is cruel. Weeks passed. Then months. The evening Eddie didn't show up at the bus stop, Clara waited alone. Then again the next day. And the next. She wrote letters. He never saw them. Life carried Clara away to another city. Another hospital. Another life, unfinished, incomplete. Eddie learned years later that she had tried to find him. But by then, the silence had already done its damage. Edward Harrington became a legend. Steel, real estate, technology. He built an empire so vast that the world envied him. He married briefly, divorced quietly. His son died young in a car accident, taking with him the last piece of Edward's future. Fame surrounded him. Wealth followed him. But love never returned. And guilt never left. Every night, when the city lights dimmed, Edward saw her face and remembered the promise. On his 70th birthday, Edward did something strange. He dismissed his driver and walked all the way to Maple Avenue. The bus stop was older now, rusted, forgotten, but it was still there. He sat down. 6:40 p.m. "I'm sorry, Clara," he whispered. That night no one came. But Edward returned the next evening. And the next. Years passed. Rain soaked his coat. Snow numbed his hands. People stared. Some whispered. Some mocked. "The old man's crazy," they said. They never knew. One winter evening, a young woman stood near the bus stop, watching Edward. "You come here every day," she said softly. "Why?" Edward smiled faintly. "I'm waiting for someone I once failed." She hesitated. "My grandmother used to talk about a man named Eddie. She waited for him once." Edward's heart stopped. "What was her name?" he asked, barely breathing. "Clara Bennett." The world tilted. "She passed away last year," the woman continued. "But she asked me to do something." The girl handed him a folded letter, yellowed with time. Edward's hands trembled as he opened it. Eddie, if you're reading this, then you finally remembered our promise. I never stopped loving you. Life took me far, but every evening at 6:40, my heart returned to Maple Avenue. If we don't meet again in this life, wait for me in the next. Clara. Edward wept, not the quiet tears of a powerful man, but the broken sobs of a boy who waited too long. Edward kept coming, but now he smiled. On a spring evening at exactly 6:40 p.m., Edward Harrington closed his eyes on the bus stop bench for the last time. When they found him, his face was peaceful, almost happy. Some say that at sunset, if you stand on Maple Avenue, you'll see two figures sitting side by side, still waiting, still loyal, finally together. Some promises don't expire. They just wait until the heart is ready to keep them.